What's up, everybody? I wanted to share with you guys some what I consider to be really bizarre interactions with Fox. Now, I realize that they're corporate and they have some policies or something that they have to abide by, but this is just. Has it been 30 seconds yet? I know that I gotta wait 30 seconds before I can swear. It's one of YouTube standards. So, if it has been 30 seconds and you don't like swearing, you should probably close the video. Because this is fucking stupid. Just plain and simple. Absolutely stupid. So I contact Fox. Because Turn 14 is telling me like 40 days or whatever to get some parts for my shocks. And if you don't know, I opened a new side of the business that does revalving of shocks and all of that. So I heard 46 days plus 7 or whatever it is to get these parts. And I'm like, there's no way. I got to call Fox. Or email Fox. So email Fox. I asked him 3 questions. Does my distributor suck? That's what I said here, basically. Is my distributor trash? Like, why is it so long? Is it actually this long to get parts? And they said, yeah, we're out of stock. It's that long to get parts. So they answered the first question. But for my other questions, he says, as for your other questions, you'll need to start a new thread. At that time, we can forward those questions to the right channel to be answered. And I was like, awesome, man. Thanks for getting back to me. I appreciate it. Okay, fine. I'll send another email. So I do. I send another email with those 2 questions. What is the process to become an authorized service center? And what's the buy-in to become an authorized reseller? 2 questions. And I get a response back from I don't know who. They say, we're not expecting any more dealers or distributors and we can't facilitate your requests. In the meantime, feel free to contact other distributors found below. Okay, well, great, but you didn't answer all my questions. You told me this one, but not this one. So I respond immediately with, what about service? I have a shock dyno and I offer revalving services already. But I wanted to make sure, like, that I'm on the up and up with Fox. Maybe even eventually be on their page saying, hey, this is a service center. I want to get authorized. I want to show them that I can do this. I want to show other people that I can do this. Right? And then what happens is the dude that answers my first email answers this and tells me, please create a new thread. The fuck? The fuck is this? What kind of email handling is this? This... What, we just work on the top line only? Top line, boom, that's it. That's our email. You got to, like, email us again? What? This is garbage. This isn't how you fucking handle customers at all. So I got to send another email. So I responded with, what the hell is going on with your email system? Why do my responses go somewhere else? And why do I need a different email for each question? Right? Because AJ here isn't the guy that answered this one, I don't think. If it is, who the fuck is AJ? Why does he act like he's 5 different people? Like, what the fuck is this shit? And then I realized, oh crap, that's 3 questions. Hold on, I'll send 3 more emails. Because what the flying fuck is going on at Fox? Like, this is infuriating to deal with somebody like this. Could you fucking imagine? Someone sends me an email. I'm building my car. I have these questions. And I tell them to send me a new email for each fucking question? Are you kidding me? What the fuck is that actually? What is that? Oh, no. You got to send me another email for another question. Like, suck my left nut. That's the bigger one. It's more challenging. You should try that one. Like, what the fuck? This is aggravating. This is absolutely aggravating. I don't understand why anybody would treat their customers like that and have this sort of communication. It's fucking ludicrous. So I sent another email where I said the same thing here because I think it's fucking offensive, and I say this is very unorthodox and unprofessional handling of interactions. It takes away any personal aspect of communication and makes people only feel like cumbersome bunch of numbers and letters that you don't care about. Because that's how I feel. I feel like they don't give a shit. Like, you guys send another email. What? Fuck you. I've already spent time out of my day sending you 4 or whatever the fuck it is so far. Like, absolutely irritating. I don't know why my mic gain just jumped up all of a sudden, but it did. It's just absolutely irritating. And so I don't know. And so I signed it still Dominic. You know, like it's still fucking me sending you another fucking email because of some stupid fucking requirement that you have at Fox. Like, fuck you guys. Seriously. Whoever's idea and policy this is at Fox to make you do this when you send questions, fuck you. That person, fuck you. Just go fuck yourself, whoever that person is. Yeah, something. Like, I don't even know what to do. At this point, I'm so fucking angry. Like, I like Fox's product. It's very beefy. It's very durable. It usually comes from them valved like absolute shit. It's weird. Like, it's horrible to do on the stock valving. My Honda Talon was fucking unbearable. It's so bad. It's the most common complaint for that thing. How anybody thought that that was the right way to valve a machine, I will never know. It's so freaking bad. And I mean, on the bright side, it's like Subarus, right? Job security, like revalving Fox shocks. It's got to be done. They come valved so poorly. It's silly. The ride quality blows and everything else. But once you valve them right, like the units are awesome. They have very strong components. The shafts are sturdy. They're not bending unnecessarily. They're not using crappy metal. The valves are very reinforced. They handle a lot of shit that other manufacturers like. So Walker Evans, they have pistons. Yeah, you don't want to use those. They don't they have the holes in the piston cut wrong, so it applies pressure to the shims wrong and bends the shims and they flutter and stuff like that. Like the Fox stuff is better than pretty much everything out there. Like I said, they're valved like ass, but they're built well, and that's great. And I love that. But whoever fucking runs this email customer service shit needs to get tied to a tree and beaten to death, preferably with the bodies of dead squirrels. It's just insane. I can't even fucking handle it. Like, it takes everything in my email not just say, go fuck yourself. I'm gonna make my own fucking shocks and end your company. Like, obviously I can't do that. I don't have the fucking reach and all of that. But like, it's that kind of interaction is what generates rivals. That kind of interaction makes people want to put you out of business. Like, that's just garbage. And they weren't rude. They were just so dismissive. You know, like, send in the email. You know, we'll send it to somebody else. What the fuck? Why can't you send it to somebody else? A new thread? I'm not on a fucking forum. This is an email. It's not a fucking thread. Shut the fuck up. Like, it's just so bad. Makes me so mad. I think I'm going to go and watch some videos about Charlie from fucking Grantham or something to make me laugh because that motherfucker's hilarious. I'm watching a video about him, about how he is a genius troll and he gets foot pics from Native Americans or something like that. Like, he's just like, yeah. Anyways, this is bizarre, and I don't understand why they think that this is how that you should treat people, and why I need to send an email for each question. That's just fucking stupid. I mean, you have customer service or you don't have customer service. And apparently Fox does not have customer service. It's annoying. Anyways, set up an auto mailer to spam them daily with questions. Right. Send them an emailer to spam them daily with one letter from each fucking question. Or what I should do, if you didn't see if you're not in my Discord, I threw a fit about the single question mark. I hate the single question mark. That's a pet peeve of mine. That gets you blocked. That gets your email fucking deleted. That gets your text messages ignored for like days. I don't care if you're friend or family. You send me a single fucking question mark like that, and I'm not talking to you for a while or ever. Like, that's so fucking disrespectful. I can't stand it. I cannot stand the fucking single question mark. They're adopting Instagram threads for their support system, and their AI can only handle one prompt at a time. No part of what you said there makes me happy. So is AJ an AI? Is that what AJ is? Is it like automatically generated? Obviously, generation is a G. That's the joke. It's horrendous. It's absolutely ridiculous. I can't. Instagram threads for their support system. Can I post all this shit on Instagram? Is that what I should do? Like, should all my emails be on Instagram? There's some YouTube stuff. I like YouTube stuff. I like these guys. Grantham, they're hilarious. Babylon Bees, fucking hilarious. This one here. This one you should watch. Charlie's a genius troll. That looks pretty good. Anyways, it's my intuition of what you were experiencing. No facts. Oh, okay. I thought that was like an actual system that you were saying, and I was going to say that's some crazy stuff. But yeah, I get it. It's the you posted on our Facebook page in our feed a question and we're answering like that kind of thing, or like you said Instagram, that sort of deal. Sure, I can see that, or why you would call it that. Um, if oh my god, it's so irritating. Oh, since you're all here, all four of you or whatever. Social media sport is better than regular sport for most companies. Yeah, because you could blast them publicly, like I'm doing here. Really. Let me give you guys some updates. Let me show you something kind of cool. Let me not do this on this screen. Let me show you something real quick. La, 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 la. I recently went to Onshape. I don't know if you guys know what Onshape is, but I went to Onshape. It's a 3D um, rendering engineering type software like SolidWorks or AutoCAD Inventor, and I really, really like it. I've been very happy with the way it works. I really dig that it's web-based, so I can log in on my cell phone if I want. I can log in on my cell phone and I can show people my designs or whatever, and I can pull up my drawings for them. I can generate the drawing right here on it. It's really cool. So I don't know why the steps are in the way. I should do those. Anyways, this is Onshape, and this is really cool. And I have been working on a lot of stuff. The oil filter, some of you have seen that. Here's a cutaway of the oil filter. This one is for using that mobile one filter that I've been talking to you guys about online, if you've been seeing it. I have a bunch of filters that I've been taking apart and or cartridges that I've been buying, and I've been measuring the surface area of the filter media. And so this guy here, right? So I even modeled the filter media of one of the cartridges that I like. I measured it all up and I modeled it. I think I got the pleats pretty close too. But anyways, the point is that this is a product that I'm almost done with now. All the design is done. My drawings, you saw that drawing here, for example. Drawings are sent to the manufacturer. So we're going to create the prototype. I'm going to do some testing on it. I already ordered the anti-drain back pieces that I'm having custom made that fit in here. So like it's all happening here for the oil filter. Whoopsie, wrong button. So right here, the anti-drain back, I just had those done. I have a few questions like, is this going to be a big enough overlap in here, or is it going to try and tear out or deform? So part of my testing will be to see if I need to make this bigger right here or not, and secure the special neoprene rubber stuff that I'm having built to be for the drain back. So you see here that the pressure comes in, folds it down, clears the top here, opens this to full flow, and then when oil tries to go back the other way, it sits. So this red shows interference. This is actually um, not interference. This is not modeled required. This needs to be moved up a smidge anyways. And this is paper, or not paper, fabric, like a cool fabric on this element. It's really neat actually. Has a little springiness to it, and so it'll pop up on this little ledge here and lock the filter in. So when you're under the car and you pull the can off here, you pull the can off. As you start to pull it off, first thing that happens is this O-ring unseats bloop, a little bit, and then the can drains out through this hole. Right? Super clean. Normally you unthread your oil filter, it comes out here, runs down the side, drips all over your hands, gets everywhere, right? None of that. So this top piece stays attached to the car. You unthread the can. This unseats almost immediately as you unthread it. Oil starts draining out the can. You can just keep unthreading it if you want a ways. And so oil starts unthreading or draining out the can right into your pan. When it stops draining, you unthread the rest of the way if you want. When you pop it off, you won't get oil splashing down. You get some drips off the cartridge filter, of course. Cartridge filter should stay retained in the top. You might have to reach up and grab it, unless this part here gets too worn out from heat cycles and it slides down, which I'm doubtful, but could happen. And then you just pull it down, slide the new one on. It should pop up and lock on this lip, boink, like that. And then you just grab the can and thread it back on. Oh, change the O-ring. This O-ring is the same size O-ring that comes with the filter. That's not the purpose of that O-ring generally. It is to seal the oil system, but it's different. But it comes with the filter, so you place this O-ring and screw it back on. Unfortunately, this one is not the size that comes with the filter, because what that comes in the filter is like bigger around than the whole can, and so I can only do so much and make it all fit. But yeah, so this is gonna be done pretty soon. What's the order minimums on filters? I don't know what you mean by that. Order minimums, like if you're wholesaling, and because my cooling mods for wholesale are 25. If you're gonna wholesale, just buy 25. I put them in boxes 25. If you're asking about that, then for wholesale, probably just like 5 or 10, nothing too crazy. I haven't. It depends on what the final price is. I'm still waiting to figure out what it's going to cost to get everything done. The Spokane rubber place is cutting these out. My machinist is sick right now. He's been out for like 3 days. Been really, really sick. So he'll finish up quoting me this piece, this part, and this part, and the can. Macaroni is available yet or still in testing? Right. So I don't make the elements, right? The element is for a certain fitment of vehicle. The elements for Ford, Mazda, something else that uses this cartridge, like a bunch of them uses cartridge. And so for that reason, there's a bunch of different filters available. You don't have to get the filter from me. That's why I did it. The filter you don't have to get from me. You can, if you like the freaking Wix version of the filter for this, you can get the Wix paper filter for this. If you want the really nice synthetic media that's got 99% filtration rating from Mobile One, you can use the Mobile One one. If you want to use the K&N one, you can use the K&N one. Like, they have all these different elements you can buy for these, and so you're not forced to use mine. You just have to use ones that fit for this model. So it can be whatever you decide to buy. They have, like I said, the Mobile One says it's like 99 point something, absolute at 30 microns or something like that is what the Mobile One says. And then Wix says something else, and then there's like like 5 different Wix ones they have with like half the pleats, but it's really thick with like multiple layers of media and things like that in it. So like I said, it'll be your call as to which one you want to use. I'll provide a list of what you can. You can do whatever you want. When you buy them from the manufacturer, it seems you will build the housings, and when you buy the filter separately. Oh, I will provide the option on the website, because I like the Mobile One, right? The one I like is the Mobile One. And like I said, there are other options and stuff. So I will provide it with the mobile one for the first purchase, and then give you the part numbers and all that stuff, and you can decide what you want to run from then on, if you want the Wix or the whatevers, and all of that. So I don't have an account with Mobile One, so I won't make a fucking dime on the cartridges because I don't have a wholesale with them. As far as I know, I don't think my suppliers do either because it's just a car part. So I don't have anything special for that. I haven't tried contacting them for that because I'm making the can. The can is where I'm attempting to make a little bit of money to pay for the R&D of more stuff and my subscriptions to things like OnShape and all that, and pay my bills so I can keep doing this. So that's one of the things that I've got going on. Another one that I am really excited about is the Talon air filter for power sports guys. If you have a Honda Talon, you know that right now the Honda Talon air filter is $60 freaking dollars, and you got to change it every 100 to 200 miles or so, or less if you're in really dusty conditions, and it's $60. Now you think about putting a $60 air filter that's non-serviceable in your machine every couple times you go riding. That is insane to me. That's absolutely insane. That's like $30 a ride kind of thing. Like that doesn't make any sense. That's so cost prohibitive that people like S&B who make those, I don't know if you guys have seen the S&B particle separators. These things here, these particle separators, they make these, right? And so these things are 500 effing dollars, okay? $500. This one's 700 for Power Stroke, but they have them for the Honda Talon. It's $500. Oh, from the machinist. Well, this is a machinist that I work with like all the time, and so there's no minimum when I work with the machinist. What it is the cost just changes. You know, he'll quote me the one for the. That's why like when I'll make a thread saying here's my $1,200 top hats, here's my $4,000 oil pump. Right? It's because prototyping that oil pump cost me $4,000 because of all the processes, all the machining that they had to do, all the different stuff, the fixtures and tooling all they had to make for it. Right? It was $4,000 for that first pump. The next pump's not gonna be $4,000. The next pump's gonna be $2,000. The next pump after that's gonna be $1,900. Next pump that's gonna be $1,850. That kind of thing. So, and then when I get, if I order 100 at a time or whatever, then then that's where the cost goes. So he'll make whatever quantity I want him to make. I just got to pay on the nose if it's a small quantity. So there's no minimums. But back to this. So if I have a Honda Talon and I want to run, my air filter. So here's the Maverick one. Looks just like that. It looks dead nuts the same for the Talon. This looks like it here, right? That's Polaris. Anyways, they're hideous. They're absolutely hideous to look at. Like look at this picture. Can you see this? This looks like dryer hose. It obviously isn't dryer hose, but it looks like dryer hose coming off this thing, going down into the side of your vehicle somewhere. Here's one right here. Dryer hose going down, I mean, like, this is stupid, right? Like, oh, I got this thing by my head. Well, I have rear glass on my side-by-side, right? I have rear glass. That's not going to be good. I have to put it, like, higher than the glass. This is not attractive. This looks dumb, right? And here's this floppy hose dangling around, and it's worse on the Talon. On the Talon, it goes off to the side, and you got like zip tie it to your roll bar and stuff. It just looks terrible, and it's $500, right? And it's hard to find pictures of it for the Talon because I don't think they want you to see how ugly it is. Like, look at this thing. It's up here, comes over the side, dangles down the right, goes in the side of the machine where the air filter is. Dude, that is gross. I don't want that. I don't want that at all. Not just that, but look at all the weight. Look at all this extra weight and shit I'm adding to my car. I don't want that. This is ugly as. Was it a speaker? No, it's a particle separator. This is for your helmets and this one's for your engine. I don't want that. But people are buying that. They're buying that jank because this fucking thing with filter in it from Honda is $60. So I designed, other parts are not being shown right now, for this so you can drop a $10 filter in it. And you can do it in under a minute. Right now, with the filter, you got to pop the cover off the airbox for the Honda Talon. Honda Talon airbox. This airbox here. It's gorgeous. It really is. It's a total piece. It's a piece of engineering work. It's beautiful in when you see how it functions. But you got to pop this cover off, these clips. Then you get inside. Oh, they show the inside on this one? They don't. Oh, there it is right there. Then you get inside, and there's the filter, right? The side you see is the clean side. So you can't even tell if your filter's dirty or not. Like, there's no way of checking if your filter's dirty without pulling out the Allen wrench and then unbolting 8 freaking Allen screws to get your air filter out. You got to unbolt those 8 Allen screws all the way around here. These 8 screws, they go around. Don't drop them in your freaking velocity stacks, which are pretty awesome. Right? So then you got to take it off and then look, is my filter dirty? Oh yeah, it's fine. Right? Or it's completely hammered. Mine was completely hammered. It was clogged. I was going up a hill and like, man, my side by side has no power today. Pulled the thing off, it looked like cardboard. They come green from the factory. So it's a beautiful engineering piece. This nice plenum in front of the velocity stacks that go down to the individual cylinders. It's gorgeous. I love it. They did an amazing job. This second layer of backup to the filter in case it gets clogged, you don't suck it into the engine. It's even got these little tabs right here on this filter, one right here and one under here that you can't see, that sticks out and covers screws. Oh, it's on the bottom in this picture down here. Covers the screws that hold the velocity stacks in place that would otherwise drop into the velocity stack if they came unscrewed. So it's got these little tabs that stick off right here, like in my picture here and here. These actually hold screws on. They don't hold it, they just cover it so they can't back out and drop into the engine. Right? It's a really cool piece. This here is an O-ring seal that goes around it on the other side. It's got an O-ring seal that this sits into. Like, it's a beautiful piece of work, but it is completely impractical because you can't even check your filter to see if it's dirty without undoing 8 freaking screws. And then you do, and you go, oh yeah, it's screwed. I need a $60 filter. Like, screw that noise. What if you're out riding and you hit a puddle and you suck water in and it gets your filter completely soaking wet and you have no power and you're bogging around? Are you going to carry this $60 filter that's gigantic with you on the trail? Fuck no. But with my system, it's got a clip. You pop the outer cover off, you pull this off, you pull the retainer clip off. Literally, you pop a pin, this thing slides right out. You pull the filter out, you drop a new one in, you put the retaining plate in, you put the clip in, you put the box back together. It literally takes about a minute. And you could have a filter. And you can keep a cheap $10 Wix filter. This almost the exact same size as this. In your side-by-side, in a box if you need, whatever, change it on the trail. Or you're out riding, holy crap, it's clogged. Is there a freaking Advanced Auto Parts or an O'Reilly's or a CarQuest or a Napa nearby? Great. I just need an air filter for a Ford Econoline 350, please. Boom. Filter shows up in your freaking hand. You go out, you drop it in your machine. Takes you a minute. Like, that's how the filter should be. Or it should be serviceable. Right? It's an off-road machine. Typically, it's an oiled filter that you can wash out, dry, and put back in. Well, you can't do that with this. You can't do any of that. But if you go to AFE Power and you look up their filter right here, boom. The ProGuard 7 is their off-road filter. They have 2 off-road filters. 7 layers of media, oiled, serviceable, whatever. Bam, right here. This is the fitment for that box that I made. Maybe you don't like AFE. Maybe you don't like this ProGuard 7 with 99.8% filtering efficiency. And you're like, I don't want that. I want the K&N. Well, guess what? There's a K&N for it too. Maybe you hate K&N and you hate oil filters. Guess what? There's a dry filter too. Or there's a Wix. Or there's an STP. There's all kinds of filters available for a Ford F-350 Econoline van with a 7.3 diesel that you can drop right into this machine in less than a minute. So, now, this is going to cost more than $60. It's definitely going to cost more than $60. But in like 3 rides, it'll pay for itself. You know, and it won't be $500 like this freaking particle filter separator thing. It won't make your thing ugly as shit with all this stuff dangling from it, because who wants to add more dangling crap to their machine? I want to go jumping. I don't want this floppy thing behind my head flopping around, vibrating, and just looking stupid. That looks dumb. So, anyways, that's something for the power sports guys that I got going on, something I wanted to share with you guys. I'm excited about. They don't make enough Honda talents for me to get rich off this. It just ain't going to fucking happen. I realize that, but it's something that I want to make and provide because the other stuff is dumb. Also for the Talons, I'm going to be building custom headers. So I have this adapter to adapt to the exhaust port on a Honda Talon, and then to some schedule. What did I get? Schedule 40 or schedule 10? I forget what I had now. My brain's forgetting, but I have pipe. So, yeah, right. Yeah, so this is just adapts the outlet of the exhaust port to a standard stainless 304 tubing, and then I can do that to the header. I can also put a little flange lock thing on it. So that's also that was sent out to them as well. Just a little T-map flange, because I sell T-maps on the website. I sell IATs on the website, and I had an IAT flange that looks just like this, but it doesn't fit T-maps because this distance is longer on the T-maps. So I got T-map flange I just sent out to the machine shop. Oil filter housing, air filter. Here's a drain back washer I had the guys do. Here's a spring, workbench. Yeah, okay. So that is the project updates of what I got going on, guys. If you stuck around through my Fox vent or rant, and for this update, I appreciate it. But I think that's it. That's all I got. And someone said something. Oh, Bradley, 2 videos today. Dom, you're killing it, bro. Yeah, my shock dyno is tomorrow. My shock dyno will be here tomorrow. I'm so excited for that. I got to go finish building the bench that it's going to sit on, though, because it weighs 400 something pounds. And FedEx sucks, and they lost my packages for my cabinets and stuff and all that. So, oh, also on this oil filter thing, one more thing. I have another cartridge that I'm testing, and I've been talking to Kanan about. It's a Power Sports cartridge, but it's got a lot of surface area. It's got a little bit more than the factory Subaru oil filter has for surface area on it. It's also a quick change, but it would be cheaper to run, cheaper for me to make, and it has the relief built into the cartridge. It's super cool to filter, but I'm trying to get stats from K&N to make sure that it'll flow enough and has a good enough filtration. But it's a pretty sweet little cartridge filter, and I should show it to you guys. Let me see. Let me do that real quick. K&N 152. KN-152. This guy right here. That guy. It's actually Power Sports, which to me means that it should be good because they deal with a lot of dust in Power Sports, and so your filtration's got to be good. But yeah, so this cartridge filter inside one of those housings I have, but a smaller, skinnier version of it, because this is a little bit skinnier than the one I got. So it'll knock the size of my filter housing to be just slightly larger than the bigger factory filter. And so that would be cool because the change out would be just as easy. My cost to build it would be a lot less, and it's a pretty cool filter. But like I said, it does not have the surface area of the one that I designed my filter thing for. So I need to see if it's good enough. Maybe I'll just have two. Maybe I'll have a line of filters for people. Okay, so Southern SMS said I typed the wrong word there. I said here, right? No shit. I need a T-map in titanium. Yes, there is one available. I think it's either eBay or Amazon. You can get them in titanium. I didn't have any plans on making them in titanium because I don't know how much that would raise the cost. I haven't even looked into it at all, really. And if I did, it'd be like, yo, do I need 5? Because I'm not selling a whole lot of titanium T-map mounts as far as I know. So yeah, I don't. I know I saw one on eBay somewhere though. Honestly. I know I saw one that was titanium. Is it this one? Right here. No, that one's aluminum. La, 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 la. Anyways, I had a guy. Oh, look at see these filters. You see what I've been looking at for the Econ Online. This is performance. I feel like Map had one in titanium. This one doesn't look like titanium, but I could have swore they had one titanium. Doesn't even say what this is, does it? Brand new, unused, plastic bag, individual. No. I know I saw one that was titanium somewhere. And I found it for someone and sent them the link so that they could. Oh, here we go. Nope, that's not the right titanium. Aluminum. Yeah, I don't recall, man. I'm sorry. But I know there is one because I did send the link to a customer and he got it and put it on his titanium ETS kit. So they do exist. They're just hard to find. I think it was this one. This one's aluminum. But I think it was this company. They might have had them. This one looks familiar. But don't give up. Keep looking. Keep looking. Anyways, guys. Thank you for letting me cuss and swear at about Fox. I'm really confused. They haven't responded, so that's good. Probably better that way. As to how people could require that sort of interaction. That's just retarded. Just retarded. Anyways, thanks for stopping by, guys. I hope you guys all have a wonderful evening, and I'll keep posting.